Most people never realize what actually happens when you invest just $100 every single week for 10 years. Not because it doesn't work, but because they quit before the magic ever has a chance to appear. They look at the first few years and think, this is too slow. This isn't changing anything. What they don't understand is this. The earliest years are not meant to impress you, they are meant to build you. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what happens year by year in the simplest way possible. No hype, no fantasy numbers, just clear logic anyone can understand. And before we begin, subscribe to the channel because this is where real financial literacy starts. Let's begin. Year 1. The invisible work. Year 1 feels boring. You invest $100 every week. That's it. No fireworks, no dramatic growth, just steady deposits adding up quietly. And that's why most people fail right here. They confuse quiet with useless. But year 1 isn't about growth, it's about conditioning. You remove emotion, you remove timing, you remove fear. You invest whether the market is high or low, good weeks and bad weeks, calm periods and chaos. By the end of year 1, you've invested just over $5,000, more than most people expect from only $100 a week. Your returns are small, and that's fine, because something far more important has started. Your money earns its first dollar without you. That's the moment the system turns on. Year 2, the habit locks in. By year 2, investing no longer feels like a decision. It feels automatic. You've now invested over $10,000, and for the first time, your balance moves even when you do nothing. Small movements, but real ones. Your money is no longer waiting, it's participating. This is where most people feel curiosity for the first time. They begin to notice growth happening between deposits. Compounding hasn't exploded yet, but it has started. Year 3. Proof appears. Year 3 is the shift. Your weekly $100 still matters, but now returns begin pushing back. Your balance rises faster than simple addition. Growth happens even on days you don't invest. By the end of year 3, your returns this year alone are larger than the previous years combined. Not because you changed, but because time did. Time did its job. This is the year doubt turns into belief. Year 4, acceleration becomes visible. In year 4, the system feels alive. You might see more growth in a single month than you once saw in several months combined. Early dollars work hardest, new dollars add momentum. Nothing changed except consistency plus time. This is when you stop seeing investing as sacrifice and start seeing it as leverage. Year 5, the engine fully wakes up. By year 5, you've invested over $30,000, but your balance is often far above that. Your weekly $100 now feels small compared to the growth happening inside the account. It's no longer the engine, it's the fuel. Compounding is no longer theory, it's something you can see, measure, and trust. Year 6, the curve bends. Year 6 surprises people. The growth curve bends upward. The same $100 now activates a much larger system. Even small market movements create noticeable results. This is where exponential growth becomes obvious. Returns this year alone can exceed what you invested in early years combined. Year 7, momentum turns into power. By year 7, returns lead the process. Your contributions still matter, but the system now produces results on its own. This is when people feel real shock. Not excitement, shock. Because growth feels disproportionate to effort. And that's the reward for not quitting early. Year 8, the system takes control. Year 8 proves something important. Most of the growth happens later because early money had time to multiply. Your old deposits now outperform your new ones. Time has become your strongest asset. Investing feels calm, predictable, inevitable. Year 9, the surge. Year 9 is explosive. Monthly growth can exceed what you once invested in several months combined. You're no longer building, you're maintaining a powerful machine. This is where patience pays in full. Year 10, the breakthrough. Year 10 is proof. Returns this year alone can surpass the growth of your first several years combined. Your $100 weekly contribution feels symbolic because compounding has reached maturity. And now you understand the truth. It was never about the amount. It was about repetition, time, and discipline. The next 10 years will pass no matter what. The question is whether you build nothing or build a system that grows every week without asking permission. Start now. Stay consistent. And before you go, subscribe to the channel and watch the next video on your screen to level up your financial thinking. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor.